Hi, this is Dan Beck, and I've got the webpage looking at discovering different places for the wisdom of Jesus. The Not just the wisdom, but Jesus had a little bit of a sense of humor, and we don't see that portrayed at all. Um, Jesus actually said for us to love our enemies. But sometimes these ways that we present Jesus is, he didn't really love his enemies. He was whipping them out of the marketplace with a whip. He did this, he did that. He called them on the carpet. He told them what he thought. Uh, the wisdom again. Wisdom is being wise about what you're dumb about. And you know what? Well, I'm gonna lose half of you if I say it. But we really are not very capable of making uh, the right judgments in all cases. For example, Paul wrote, "For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when the perfect is come, that which was in part shall be done away. For now we look through a glass dimly, but then face to face. And I shall be known," he says, "even as I am also I shall know, even as I am also known." We are not really, we're not God, and we're told not to judge because we judge in part. We don't know the whole story. We're forced to judge, and we have to judge in life. But it's important for the wisdom's sake that we realize we're not the best judges of anybody else except ourselves. We are probably, uh, in the big scheme of things, we are very hard on ourselves. And if Jesus came to save us from anybody, it would be our own self condemnation and loathing of ourselves compared to the wonderful, beautiful, honorable, pure, and sincere love of God. And when we compare ourselves, perhaps that's really what it is when it's written, no man looks at the face of God and lives. At any rate, I apologize for for something. What is it? For wearing a robe and sitting comfortably and giving you my little stories. Uh, I uh, I am happy to say that 97% of my viewers are male. And I think there's the reason for that is because the wisdom of somebody that, this guy in his robe doesn't need to be speaking to women. So we'll send his message out among men. And you know what? That's just fine. I put it off for so long, um, sharing what it was that I knew. And I was told a few times that I needed to do it by other people. And I knew I needed to do it too. My goal is simply to say, hey, there's a lot more below the surface in the parables and in the teachings of Jesus than what we have been looking at so far. No criticism of anybody in particular, but just inspiring us all to take a second look. The last time that things were really, really hashed over was in the early 1900s, 1980s, and they did not have all the resources we have with all the computers and the cross references and all this history stuff that we have at our disposal now to look at things again with an open mind and to um, try to discover really the living Word of God, because uh, what we can get out of it now will be applicable for our time, and I think that's very important now more than any time. Uh, Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.